For the guy. You hate it for him. He was playing probably as good as anyone in the NFL at that position. He's a big part of what we do, and as much as we're going to miss him on Sunday, we're going to miss him on Mondays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And so hopefully everything surgery-wise goes well and he can get back to us as soon as possible.
Yeah, and with the O-line, I mean, what do you guys do moving forward? Just trust in David on that left side, or do you kind of
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's Monday. We literally just watched the film and got us out moving around a little bit, so we'll let the coaches handle that side of things.
How do you combat kind of, oh my gosh, we're losing one of our best guys?
Yeah, it's just the nature of this business, unfortunately. Injuries are going to happen. You never want to see them, especially a guy of his caliber and the guy who he is. So it's just we're sending prayers to whatever's next for him at this point. It's going to be surgery and hope that goes really well. And like I said, he can bounce back from this even stronger.
You know, it's like to undergo an injury. What do you do as a friend or a teammate to keep him up?
You know, it's hard because everyone's asking you, how you doing, and it's like, I mean, you're not doing great, right? Like no one is. It's as I said, it's part of it, but you don't want it to be part of your process. And so we're here for him. He knows that. And I personally kind of want to give him a little space. Let him know I'm here for you. I'm praying for you, thinking about you. But everyone's asking him a million questions right now, and he needs to take time to recognize it, deal with it. And I know that the player he is, the competitor he is, he'll come back from it stronger.
It's just the worst part of football.
Like I was just talking, and Garrett said, you know, right now he's just giving Christian some space because sometimes everybody's asking him, how are you doing, how are you doing?
Yeah. And we just kind of to lose the season, it's terrible. So I mean, I think we've all taken the same approach where, you know, you see him in the building today and you say what's up and wishing him the best, but at the same time, you know, do give him some space because it's a lot, you know, mentally and physically. So it sucks.
What would you say if coaches asked you to move over and play left tackle?
I'll do him, and you know, whatever is asked of me, I'll do.
When's the last time you had played or practiced that spot?
It's been a while. Yeah.
Have they said anything?
We're still figuring everything out. Yeah.
Like, what's the biggest thing you learned from Christian since he's back?
I mean, a lot of things. I mean, I love his approach to the game. His focus and you know, just kind of the way he goes about his business, being one of the best, if not the best, left tackle in the league. But you know, he focuses on the little things one day at a time, and so you know, his approach, his preparation, I've taken a lot away from that.
The way you guys handle your business on the O-line, though, a lot of you guys are versatile. A lot of you guys can do things like that. It might take some adjustments, but you have the talent on the line to do that.
Yeah, no, I totally agree, and that's just a part of football too. Is you know, whoever's on the field, we're going to figure out our best way to go forward. And so helping each other, that's a great part about offensive line play, you know, is there's ways you can help each other. And whether that's with technique, communication, just whatever. I mean, it's your five that are going out there. So, that's definitely the approach for sure.
Thank you.
You know, I just wanted to be a great player whenever I got the opportunity. That was it, you know, and play as long as I can, as hard as I can.
David, a lot of you guys on the O-line were supposed to have been priding yourself on the versatility, you know, whether it's in training camp, whether it's now, and how much does that come into play, especially for you guys right now in this situation?
No, that's a big part of it. Any offensive line group in this league, you got to have guys who can play multiple positions and step in when they're needed.
You know, Garrett was saying, everyone's asking Christian, how are you doing, how are you doing? So he's kind of wanting to give him some space and to respect him as a person. How are you handling that?
Oh, you know, he was putting together an amazing season. He's a tremendous player. I'm super bummed for him because I see the work that he puts in, the way he prepares and comes to work every day. And, you know, I know he'll be back and he'll attack this rehab and this whole process, and it's going to be a beautiful story for him.
Do you have clarity on, you know, how things will play out come in the Colts game? Like, will you start at left tackle?
You're gonna have to ask KO that question. I'm preparing like I'm gonna start every game. You know, I always prepare like I'm one play away, and you know, that question is best for that coach.
You know, it's always next man up mentality, and we all have his back. And whoever he needs, I got him. What have you been doing over the course of the season and before that to just be prepared for an opportunity?
Right. So first, getting in and having that just mentality of now it's you go from from high school to college, and college to the NFL, and each time the level of difficulty increases, so you have to do more and more to prepare yourself for games. And so that's what I've been doing. Whether like I said, have that next man up mentality. So just got to be ready no matter what. Whatever the Vikings needed me to do, and I'm gonna do it. I'm just getting the playbook even more. What can I do more to I can get that 1% better each and every day.
Walter, what's the biggest thing you've learned from Christian?
I would say, when I was looking at his film and whatnot, I tried to copy some of his physical attributes and whatnot, but he does a lot of unnatural things that come to him naturally that I can't really replicate. But just the way he's a pro and how he approaches the game, and I'm trying to get to his level of how he can see things on the field and how he's able to move around and watching film and whatnot. Because I'm taking meticulous notes, but the way he does it is a little bit different, but he's still able to understand it at a high level. So really just taking that from him and applying it to my game itself, and then adding my own little touch to it as well.
Walter, I know a lot of O-line coaches want to coach don't blink, right? There's no time to blink. Also the versatility. How has that helped you kind of get acclimated to this game and learn from someone like Christian and your other teammates?
No, absolutely. I mean, one thing I used to struggle with when I was in high school and college was how I would overthink things. And, especially the type of major I'm doing, I'm always thinking about how things work and whatnot. But, when you're on the field, you just got to go, 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 go. You have no time, like you said, you can't blink at all. Sorry. And so, seeing how he's able to just move fluid on the field and how he's able to just react, whatever the defensive puts in front of him or whatever the coach calls, I think just being able to watch that and then just applying myself, just go out there every single day. And the more I think where I get better is the more reps I can have on the field, the better I can get. And so I feel like I've been getting better and better with that and not blinking.
In a strange way, does this bond the rest of you guys on the O-line even closer, kind of like not do it for CD, but in spite of his injury, we're going to pull together even closer?
Yeah, I mean, he's like I said, he's one of the best tackles in the league, and you have a guy who, applies himself 100% every single day. To see, you hate to see someone good, bad things happen to good people, and it shouldn't be happening to him. He has a great future in front of him, and I can't wait to see what he does. So absolutely, we're just coming together, not only are we doing it for ourselves and for everyone else, but for CD as well now too. Let's go out there. He was a dog on the field. He finished every single play. So let's go emulate that every single time, whether it's in practice or against whatever opponent we have on Sundays, Mondays, or Thursdays.
Some of those unnatural things he did would get two guys with one play, even one arm sometimes.
I mean, stuff we watched when he was he was able to anchor block Nick Bosa with one leg when we watched the film, and then a couple games ago when he posts down, does a little loop-de-loop around, and then blocks the other guy. It's his level of awareness is off the charts, and that's insane. And it can't really teach that; it just comes naturally to you.
It's just how you respond. Nobody's going to have a perfect season. Got to be able to take on the stuff that you didn't do well and apply it to the next game.
A few days to now process it. What do you think the defense can do better, especially with the past two games?
I mean, everything really. Pass rush, stop the run, cover, communicate, a little bit of everything. It's just really going back to the little things that we did well and just making them, do them at a high level.
Has there been big changes in what you've seen from you guys over the past couple games, back to the beginning, or is it just small things?
I mean, those small things become big things if you don't do them right consistently. So that's really what it comes down to.
Stephon, the pre-snap penalties, also penalties on third down. The Rams got to extend some plays, and that's not characteristic really of your defense. Obviously, cleaning that stuff up is one priority this week.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like it says, everything really, just fundamentals, technique. I definitely can't do penalties on third down. You give them a fresh set of downs, so you got to clean up a lot, and then come down to technique and just focus on your technique so you don't have to do those things.
When do you start focusing in personally on the Colts and what they do? Do you give yourself till after tomorrow, or are you already in it now?
We've been watching them already. They got a great team. They've been in every game. Got a lot of talent, so it's going to be a big challenge. We just got to out-prepare them and out-play them on Sunday.
Have any extra meaning for you to go against them?
Not really. I mean, this is the next game. The next game is always the big game, so, had a great year there, but just really focusing on what I can do to help this team win.
You think we're at the point in the season, too, where it gets to there's enough film out there that there's a chess match. They see you, you see them, and adjustments are starting to happen more and more?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the more you play, the more people see, the more they try to attack you. But like I said before, it really comes down to like just playing good technique and playing good fundamentals and communicating well, competing at the end of the day.
When you see a young guy like Ivan kind of have to take over the green dot and all this stuff, I know he's done it a little bit before in the past, but still being thrown into it. What is the hardest thing for a guy to kind of adjust being thrown into that situation, then kind of handling the rest of the D?
He just gotta embrace it, really. I mean, he's gotta just believe and just go out there and control the defense, and he's a great player, make great plays, great tackles and stuff. So just got to be more vocal and just lead by example.
And it seems like you and Harry, too, if you identify some changes that happen in that line of scrimmage, you're kind of helping him out by saying that, too, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we all in it together. It's not one person communicating. It's all of us being on the same page and playing fast.
Thank you.
Two-gamer here.
Really just get back to work and doing the little things the right way like we were doing the first 5 weeks. Obviously, it was a tough 5-day span for the team, but it's a lot of football out in front of us, 10 games left, guaranteed. So it's all about playing the best 10 games, going 1-0 this week. That's always been the motto. So we'll be fine. I don't think the challenge is as big as everybody else says it is, but we know we just got to do the right things at the right time.
Confidence level still good? Still
very high. We're a good football team. And we put that on tape more than we have not being a good football team. So, regardless of what's in the past, we got 10 games in the future to look forward to, starting with the coach this week.
Anything specific that you guys are looking at? Adjusting or anything along those lines?
It's really just focused on ourselves. Obviously, the past 2 games, teams have had a good game plan against us defensively. I can't speak much for what the offensive scheme looked like, but I know the offenses we played the past couple of weeks have had good plans. So I'm sure teams will try to follow that. That's what this league's about, doing the things that work. So it's about us figuring out the things we need to do necessary to stop what happened the past couple of weeks.
5 times on third down you guys were flagged, which is uncharacteristic for you guys. Extended, obviously, things for the Rams. How can you guys – were you guys just pressing at that point? Or?
Oh, no, that's, things like that you can't dwell on. Obviously those self-inflicted wounds, we got to be better in those spots. But we know that the next time those situations show up, we'll be ready, and we'll do the right things. And we've been on the right side of those a bunch of times this year. It just happened to be on the wrong ones at the wrong time. So it's just getting back to our brand of football.
Go ahead.
Having a night game at home, is that good timing?
I was telling somebody this earlier. Prime time. You're a good team. You should love prime time. I'm a player who thinks my abilities shine brighter in the light. So, we're ready for it. We know we won the show, especially coming off a primetime loss this past week. We're ready to bounce back and get on the right side of things.